Hello. So, this is me, day one of trying to baby max. It's not my first day, but it's the first day I'm actually just recording it. I've been putting off actually recording myself talking about this for months now, and it's always been because I felt like I'm not ready enough to record myself. Like, I don't look how I would like to, the background, the environment isn't what I want for my videos, but that's just me making excuses. And I'm part of my baby maxing journey is to do difficult things, and this is me now doing a difficult thing because it's me not having I was gonna say not having full control, but I do have control of changing it, which is what I'm gonna do right now. So this is just me showing that I can do difficult things. And it's never going to be a perfect timing. It's never going to be just right. It's what I make it. So this is me making it be a good time to start recording. And either way, it's real. I was telling my husband that I haven't been recording myself because of it not being perfect or ideal or whatever, and it's honest. And he gave me the wise words of saying, well, the video should reflect a real person, doing the things that they're talking about, not just someone talking to a camera, saying they're gonna do all these things and you never actually see it. So it's like, did you actually do it? What is that? No picker didn't happen. For real. Okay, whatever. So I'm gonna be doing my makeup right now. It is 10 a.m. I think it's 10:40, so almost 11, and it's so late. I don't like getting up early on work days when I work from home because I feel like I'm still tired. I could be sleeping more, so I've been sleeping as much as I can before I need to get up, and what I sacrifice is the opportunity to get ready and feel pretty and feel good in the morning before work. And I end up working without makeup, without doing my hair, and then I end up feeling sluggish, feel down, feel bad, and it reflects in my work, and I don't like the feeling. So it's one of the things that I'm trying to change. Why would I do something when it makes me feel bad when I have the opportunities to change it? Don't just talk the talk, walk the walk, whatever the saying is. But okay, so now I'm making time to do my makeup and feel better, do my hair. I'm going through allergies right now, so I on the first hand don't even feel good. So it's why feel extra worse if I don't need to? Okay, so I'm gonna do my makeup and talk while I'm doing it. So I mentioned baby maxing, and what that means is getting myself in the state what? Okay. So apologies for the interruption. I'm currently living in my parents' home still. My husband and I have moved back in to help them financially. It's closer to our job, either way, from the house we bought, and it comes with its tasks. And that is one of the things as well that I'm attempting to work on as part of like psychological baby maxing, is trying not to get over, like, think as negatively as I have been, especially when it comes to other people, because it's so easy to get upset. Well, for me, to like take on their stress and like notice anything that they're doing that's stressful and take it on myself, and I have to let that stuff slide, especially if there's nothing I can do to control it. And it's been difficult because, of course, it's people I care about and I want to help them, but you realize you can't control people, you can't control their actions, so you have to let them just do them, and that will help the oxidative stress. Um, so basically, back to baby maxing. I and my partner, my husband, want to have a baby in the future. We were one of those people that didn't want, like, we would say, like, oh, we don't think we want children when we were younger. But now, we do. But definitely want to be as ready as possible. One of the most common sayings, especially with a Hispanic family, is you'll never be ready. And I understand where that comes from, but at the same time, there are so many things you can do to prepare. If you aren't ready financially or emotionally, there are things you can do to prevent it from happening if you truly aren't wanting that. And I understand the situation. So, one thing I'm going to say is I'm not going to be like, not everyone is going to agree with what I say. You don't have to. It doesn't have to make sense to everyone. I'm just going to be sharing my thoughts, my findings, like, and my process, just in case people are curious or interested, want to see what it's like. One thing about me is, I'm gonna go off tangent, and another thing is what was I even gonna say? Oh yeah, I go off tangent, and we'll start talking about one thing and forget, but dang, I forgot. Okay, I'll come back to it. But basically, uh, as part of the future family planning, there's a lot of research, a lot of articles, a lot of things in regards to planning for a family that I like, and I'm going to be implementing within my own life. The main thing that the main reason why this whole baby maxing came, and baby maxing is, I don't even know if it's a real word, but my husband came up with it, and I'm trademarking it. We're trademarking it. It's basically being your best self for a baby, and when we were talking about family planning, we were like, let's say we end up pregnant today. Are we ready? Are you the person you want to be right now? To be like, would I be the best mother right now? And if the answer is even slightly no, what am I doing? Why am I not? What would that look like? So the one thing that, when we started talking about this a few years ago, is I was saying, oh, when I have a baby, when I'm pregnant, or when the baby is like really a few months old, a year, we're gonna go on hikes. We're gonna go on lots of outdoor walks. And so my husband was like, but you don't even do that right now. And I'm like, yeah, it's when we have a baby. And it's like, why wait until then? Why not be that person right now without a baby? And then that way you're about it even before the baby comes to fruition. So it's like, oh, that type of thing. So it's like, if I want to be a super outdoorsy mom, I'm not outdoorsy right now. So what's going to make that change all of a sudden having a baby? It's probably going to be more difficult to change the person you are. So I'm making a list of the type of person, the type of mom I want to be, and implementing those things into my life right now. And so this goes and I understand I'm not a mother, so I don't even know what to expect, but from the moms I've talked to, the moms posts I've seen online, there you can like imagine. And one of the things that I've seen a lot is like moms don't have time to get ready for themselves, and I would not like to be that type of mother where it's like I don't make time for myself. So if I'm not even making time for myself right now, who's to say I'm going to make time for myself when I have a baby to get ready? So I need to make those changes in my life right now. I need to start making it a habit, making it a routine for myself. So this is one of them. So yeah. Lots of changes. We'll see. We'll see how I do. We'll see if I even do it. We'll see. Well, I am gonna do it. It's part of the thing. But we'll see how it goes. And I'm going to try to document it as much as I can. Just for funsies. And if you were baby maxing, I want to know what you do. I'm talking to myself. Like, there's probably not going to be anyone watching these, but you never know. I mean, I like talking to myself. That's one of the things, like, I've seen, like, that it's like when you have a baby, you have to talk to the baby so that, you know, like, explain the process. And I'm like, oh, I would be so good at that. But, yeah. So in the future, we'll see. And then, like, maybe when that time comes, I'll still upload a video and share it and see. And then we can be like, remember when you said? Okay. So yeah, it's like it's not even like anything, but it makes a huge difference. Like if you saw me before makeup, it's like I look exactly the same. It's just a little different, and it makes a huge difference. Internally, spiritually. Okay, time to do my hair. It's a little greasy. So yeah. And honestly, this whole like baby changes and stuff, like preparing your body, like before even having the baby. It's a lot. Yesterday we went to Barnes and Noble and I was reading a book about fertility. Oh, that's another thing. I have already scheduled a egg reserve testing. So I've been reading up a lot on fertility, and I'm 27. Oh, next week, well, this Sunday, I'm going to be turning 28. So it's not that, like, we've never, like, tried. I don't even know if I, like, how my fertility is at the moment. I have struggled with irregular periods for, like, my whole life. Just a few months ago when I started taking this whole baby vaccine thing, like, seriously, like, well, yeah, I I was on birth control. I had the Nexplanon, and I removed it because the hormones were really out of whack, and I wanted to get rid of any like toxins within my body in order to like cleanse, and then if my periods were still irregular, getting that checked out, because I'd rather start now than when we do try, and like if anything comes up and then we're like, why are we having success, and then it's like, oh, your periods are out of whack. I'd rather get the ball rolling right now than later. And so actually I'm gonna link all the things that I've like read that I like and seen. There was this podcast I watched on YouTube. I'm gonna link it. I forget the name of it, but it was very informative, and it was this fertility doctor being interviewed, and she explained like the one thing she really wishes for women, like that she could, the most important thing that she would like to say to women is start as early as possible. And it's true. I was like, I would love to talk to, like, if I have a daughter, talk to my daughter and like help her as young as possible. Like, if you're having irregular periods, get those checked out as soon as you can. Like, in high school, that wasn't normal for me, so it's like I never had those types of talks with my mother. I don't know if it's like a cultural thing, like she's Mexican. I mean, she obviously talked to me about periods and stuff, but never like was like, oh, let's take you to the doctor, like, and see what's going on. So it's like I would love to help my daughter in these situations. Like just prepare, and the one thing I've learned about like fertility and stuff, it's just about being healthy. Like, it's not saying that if you're healthy, like nothing could go wrong. It's just like there was a quote, I don't know if it was in a podcast or in a book, I'm gonna look it back and try to link it, and they were saying in an article about fertility and stuff, it was like the main things that would people stop doing or start doing once they find out they're having trouble conceiving is like they'll stop drinking, they'll stop eating high processed foods. It's like, why not start that now? Like, there's no harm in being healthy. Like, there's no harm in quitting smoking or drinking now, like it, or exercising. It's like, it was about exercise. It was there's no harm in just a healthier lifestyle, even if you're not trying to have a baby right now. It's like there's no harm in being healthier. So it's like, yes, that's the main thing. I'm trying to be healthier, and hopefully that helps my journey. But as I was saying, with fertility, she was saying, like, just start as soon as possible. Like, don't wait until you've been trying for months or for years without any luck to look into what's potentially going on. So that's what I'm trying to get a head start on. I have insurance, so I'm going to take advantage of it. I made an appointment. Apparently, well, I searched up if my insurance like does egg reserve testing, and they do. So I made an appointment to talk to my gynecologist about it, and see if like they'll do it. I'm expecting a little pushback and being like, well, you're young, or you know, you don't know if you have any trouble just yet, so why do it now? And I'm ready to answer, be like, well, I want to. What's I just want to be as informed as I can. So I have an appointment later this month to talk to my doctor about it and see what she says about scheduling a test. So apparently the egg reserve test is uh, a test where they look at how many eggs you have in your ovaries, and as many women might not know, you are born with the amount of eggs that you'll ever have in your life. So, like me, I was an egg in my mom's ovaries when she was born. Like, she was born with her eggs, and I was one of those eggs in there. Crazy. And so when I was born, I had all the eggs I'm ever gonna have in my life. And so some women have more, some women have less. They say it's like as you get older you lose eggs, obviously, but they're like not everyone has the same amount. So it's like it could be more difficult for some people who have less eggs. Let's say they wait to have a baby at 35 and then they are having trouble and they find out that they don't have that many eggs, so it's like limited quantities, and that's what's making it difficult to conceive. So I just want to know where I stand right now in order to, if anything happens, if like let's say I have a low egg reserve count, it pops up, I know what to do. I know what we can plan now. And so we'll see. I'll make a video when that day happens and share my findings, share the process. So let me talk a little bit about the process right now. I guess I literally Googled my insurance company and asked, I have Kaiser, and I put, does Kaiser do egg fertility testing? And it said it's called egg reserve testing. So I searched, does Kaiser do egg reserve testing? It said yes, Kaiser does do this. You just follow the appointment structure. So I have the app, and I went to make an appointment. I selected gynecology and requested a phone call because I'm like, I mean, I'm down to go to the office, but I feel like, I think the appointments were like, there was like less appointments available, and so I could do like virtual or phone. I think I did phone. I need to double check, but you could do either or. I think phone just seemed easier for me because I'm like, she doesn't really need to see me, I guess, so whatever. So I did phone and just put it in my little note, requesting egg reserve testing. That's it. That way, if she has questions before the meeting, she could shoot me a message too. But yeah, it's scheduled. It's a 10-minute phone call, and then she has to make a referral to the lab, I guess, or to do the test. But yeah, I'm excited. I want to know what's going on with me right now and go from there. So I think the soonest appointment was earlier this month, but I had some work meetings during the time that they had, so I had to push it back. I think it's in 2 weeks. So I'll keep you guys posted. I'll keep myself posted. But yeah, I also told my husband that he should get his sperm checked too. Just, you know, also he's going through the same process. He actually started before I did. He was never really much of a drinker, so that it was fine. He doesn't smoke, but he had been on his fitness grind journey, so he got a head start. Took me a long time. I literally just started going to the gym and started working on my fitness because I am 5'1", 5 feet, 5'1", and I weighed less than 100 pounds at my grown ass age. And I thought, like, I could never gain more weight. It's really hard for me to gain a lot of weight, like gain more weight. And yeah, we discussed it. And I'm like, well, I have no muscle mass. Like, can I even carry a baby if I were to have one? I don't want to be like that. I want to be fit. I want to run while pregnant. I want to, be strong to carry a baby, to carry the baby car seat. Like, I'm pretty sure those are heavy. So it's like, what's the harm in starting now? Like, get that muscle, um, get that body. I want to have a nice physique before I get pregnant. So that's part of the journey. And also get in the habit of working out, getting in the habit of working out now, because working out, I've read so many articles, is like the best thing you could do while pregnant. And it's crazy because the amount of like stories that like family members have said, like Hispanic traditions, like feel free to let me know if there's any other traditions like that differ, but from what I've heard, like from when people are pregnant, is they're always like, sit down, stay on your feet, like don't be on your feet. And I understand like people have medical conditions, so you never know what anyone is actually going through. And honestly, listen to your doctor more than me. I'm not a medical professional or anything. This is just what I've read online. But they're like, actually being on your feet, walking, is like the best thing you could do compared to laying down and sitting down during your pregnancy, unless, of course, you have medical conditions. But like just let's say you have a healthy pregnancy, like being active is the most important thing. So it's, if I want to be active during a pregnancy, I need to be active right now. Get in the habit of that and make it a routine. So yep, I'll be documenting that journey too. But yes, I have a lot to say, so I'll end this here and talk later.